Picture this, it's a cool summer evening, maybe around 7:30 in Paris. You're sitting at a romantic restaurant, the city skyline sprawled across the horizon. It's the most beautiful and romantic place imaginable. Come on, you're lucky. But you're a little bit nervous, you're a little bit nervous. A bead of sweat drips down your forehead. And then maybe another bead of sweat drips down your forehead. And then another one drips down your forehead. You're really nervous because you're waiting for your date. Your blind date? Yeah. So, you're thinking, what do their eyes look like? Are they tall? Do they have long hair, like I used to? But then you hear a chair shuffle along the hard oak floor across from you. And you look up to see... What's up, party people? I'm Dio, straight from the lily pad, and I'm here to present you with a theoretical, just a theoretical. What Minecraft mobs would you like to go on a date with? A blind date, specifically? Honestly, I'm thinking none of them at all. But a villager could kind of get it. So I'll be splitting all the mobs up into different categories: passive, neutral, hostile, and then of course the 3 bosses at the end. I want to make it clear I'm ranking them as if they were human/humanoids with the traits of the mobs. Think of like the origin mobs, but all of the guys, people with animal ears and tails and all that kind of jazz, if you know what I mean. So let's make a start, shall we? Passive mobs. Those little guys who are just happy-go-lucky, little fluffy balls of cotton candy. I think they could accurately be described as... Sadly, we have to start at the bottom of F tier. As we all say in unison, the glow squid. Now, my issue with the glow squid is that it functionally is kinda unnecessary. Don't get me wrong, I like glowing signs, I like glow frames. But, you know, could I just use glowstone and dust? Also, I barely ever find them, like, alive. I only ever find, like, glowing sacks on the floor near water. So they're kind of just apathetic and useless. Sad. At the second and third spots in F tier, we have the alley and tadpole. As for the alley, I just don't get them. They're confusing, and they look like a child. And the tadpole is literally just a child, so... Abso-fucking-lutely not. At 4th spot in F tier, we have the goddamn normal squid. I hate them. No further comment needed. However, at the top of F tier is the Wandering Trader. Look, I just can't see a world where the Wandering Trader would be a good date. I mean, I don't think they're pure evil. I think they just try to sell me shit the whole time, like kind of like a crypto bro, like, Goop Short Coin will literally change your life, bro, you've got to invest, oh my god. You know what, never mind, they are evil, they're evil and I hate them, I'm standing on business for that. Let's go, we move on to D tier, my favourite tier. That was a lie, I hate these guys just a little bit less. At the bottom of D tier, we have the armadillo. The armadillo gives a really icky vibe, honestly. They are cute, but their whole existence is to serve for, like, enhancement of a different mob, the wolf. They just make dog armor, and that's it. They they feel codependent at best, and parasocial at worst. Anyway, yeah, D tier. My second place for D tier is the husked camel. They just seem a little... I don't know. They just don't seem super invested. Like they're not really present. And I think that deserves D tier. And at 3rd place for D tier is the Strider. The Strider just looks fucking miserable. More miserable than Morrissey, and that's saying something. Just absolutely not, lad. However, at the top of D tier is the Dolphin. Dolphins are fucking criminals. They are evil! Evil! They have done every crime. Think of a crime. Go on, think of a crime. Any crime. Why the fuck are you thinking of tax fraud? course they haven't committed tax fraud. They have like what? They're dolphins. They don't pay taxes. Jesus. Vehicular manslaughter, however. Okay. Well, I had to come back 2 days later because dolphin made me so angry. So how about we just make a good old start at C tier. And these guys, I'm kind of neutral on. They're not good. They're not bad. They just kind of are. At the bottom of C tier, we have all 3 fish types. We have the tropical fish, the cod, and then the salmon. In that order. These guys, they're just kind of dumb. And I especially don't like the tropical fish because they're kind of performative. And, yeah. And that's about it. They have a crappy vibe. Not bad. Crappy though. At the 4th spot for C tier is the Happy Cast. They're down here because they feel a little too, you know, everything's fine, I'm good. They feel really shallow, like they have no issues in their life. It's like they don't even care about politics at all. And I mean, it shouldn't be your whole personality, but you know, you gotta have an opinion somewhere. So you can't be romantic with somebody shallow and uninteresting. And they are a shallow motherfucker. And the top of C tier is the camel. Camel? Camel. Camel. They're a camel, what can I say? B tier. I'm fond of these lot, but they aren't quite cutting it. And the bottom of B tier is the bat. They're bubbly and happy, but they have no chill. I mean, like, it's either eep or frantic movement. I really can't keep up with that. I fuck with them, I can't keep up with them. At second spot for B tier, we have the copper golem. The copper golem is a tricky one. They kind of feel like they just want to serve you, and maybe for a while that would be nice, but the self-deprecating, it won't be useful bullshit gets real old real quick. Happily in B tier, but could never go up. At third spot is the axolotl. They kind of feel, I don't know. Yeah, they're cute and all, and I just kind of feel like they just kind of drift. You get me? The way they just stare at me makes me feel absent. Not in a bad way, just in a weird way. Now we move on to the more classic mobs. You know what, starting off with the parrot. They're cool, and they're really colourful and all, but that colour feels like kind of taken. The whole personality feels unoriginal. They're like a copycat. And it's not a bad thing, it's just a little off-putting. At spot number 5 for B tier is the ocelot. They seem a little bit wild. Like, they don't conform. Don't get me wrong, fucking mood. But they also, like, seem like they don't, like, conform to social etiquette, which is a little uncomfortable at a romantic dinner, where you're being social, and you need etiquette. At 6th spot, B tier, is the sheep. They're colourful and kind, and they seem like a really good vibe. Literally can't say why they're not in A or S, but they just aren't. Okay, it's my video, I gotta make the I've calmed it down now. Okay, spot 7 for B tier is the rabbit. One of my favourite books as a kid was Peter Rabbit, and it just brings me real comfy memories of me and my grandma reading together. Now at 8th spot is the chicken. They are talented. They bring a lot to the table, such as eggs, nuggets, and all around a pretty solid guy. DJ. Now, number 9, the cow. I feel like the cow's overhated. Like, the word cow has become a literal insult. So I think they should be treated better. They seem sweet. I like to get to know them. Number 10 is like the cow, but better. The mushroom. The mushroom is like the cow, but it has shrooms. And you already know I like Flyer Garrett. Yeah, definitely. At spot number 11, At the top of B tier, the pig. They are very, very, very cool. They go oink, and they are very well versed in ancient literature, like the Art of War. They also farm potatoes, so yeah, I really appreciate them. Now we approach the big motherfuckers, the most bestest of the passive mobs at Romantic Dinner. A tier. At the bottom of A tier is the villager. Now at the beginning of the video, I did establish all animal or non-humanoid mobs would be ranked on personalities or attributes. Or like if a person had their personality. Let's be real here, the villager is human. Or at the very least, a being that is close to human. I think we have a real bond, being that we are the same species. As once again, I said everyone would be judged on how they would be if they were humanoid, but you know. You know. Now, at the second spot right here, we have cats. I love cats. I'm a cat person through and through, and they're really calm but still caring. And also, cat girls and cat boys, they're super cool. Now, we're at the top of A tier, okay? The fox. I may love cats, I may love dogs, but foxes they're just the best. Let me tell you a little story. I remember when I was 12, I saw a fox in the garden, and I just stared at it for like 40 minutes. And at this point in my life, I was already brain rotted. Thanks Instagram, thanks YouTube. But no, for the first time in actual years, I just sat and watched as it ran around in the garden. A little crow. So yeah, at the top of A tier is the fox. They seem kind, interesting, mysterious, and fluffy tail goes swish swish. Now we're here. Top 3 passive mobs in S tier. With the bronze medal at number 3 is the frog. They seem really fucking chill. And, I mean, just look at their face and tell me they don't have a little bit of green on them. They are calm. They don't push you. I fuck with them heavy. And with the silver medal at spot number 2 is the turtle. They are slow and easygoing. They're kind of dedicated. They always move slow, but they're always moving. They take the scenic route and really enjoy it, and I personally find that really, really romantic and really sweet. And with the gold medal, and number 1, the spot in S tier, the S tier, is the sniffer! Oh my god, I love them for one reason, and one reason only. They like sleeping. I like sleeping. They're cool. And so that's it for the passive mob. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You've missed 5 whole mobs? What about the horse variants? Well, me, I have a very special spot for those guys. I'm gonna sit them at the table with none other than Mr. Hands! The horse, the zombie horse, the skeleton horse, the mule, and the donkey are all gonna sit with Mr. Hands. I am so sorry. Anyway, I think we are out of time for today, so tune in next time for when we do the aggressive mobs. So, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing is free, and you can always unsubscribe, and after that you can always resubscribe. I do it all the time. So, yeah, do all that, and I will hope to see you next time. Bye!